Hello everybody, how are you? So we're going to start this webinar in a minute, and if you'd be so kind, just so I know that you guys can hear me okay, would you just go into the chat area and just type in that you can hear me? Okay, so I see a bunch of you are here. Okay, so let's see, let me say hello to a few of you. So we have Alina, we have Barbara, we have Dan, we have Denise, we have Ed, we have Daniela, we have Denise, we have Ed, oops, keeps recycling, Fred, Harmony, good morning, Harmony, Jackie, Jay, Jesse, L. Davis, Maria, okay, Marsh, Michael Crawley, Nancy, can everybody hear me okay? Richard, Ruth, Soraya, Narina, Victor, all right. So we're going to get started in a few minutes, so if you're here, I'd like you to just say hi and type it into the chat box, and that'll let me know that you're listening and hearing what I'm saying so that we can get started on this presentation. How does that sound? Okay, just bear with me for a second. Okay. Okay. So let's see, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so let's see what you're seeing here. Okay, so everybody can see my screen now. Okay, so can everybody see the screen? Just say yes if you can in the chat box. Oh, okay. So let's do this to all. Can you see my screen? Can everybody see the creating a definite main purpose statement? Just somebody give me a yes so that I know that you guys and gals can see it. Okay, outstanding. So I'm recording this webinar, and hopefully I'll have the webinar available for replay for those of you that were not able to make it. So let's talk a little bit about what is a definite main purpose statement. So if you've read Think and Grow Rich, then you probably realize that one of the most important things in the book is found in the chapter on desire. And that's where Napoleon Hill indicates the 6 steps to creating a definite main purpose. And he gives you an outline. However, that book was written in 1927. In fact, if you guys and gals don't know this, Napoleon Hill actually wrote that book while he was working as a presidential advisor to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And so he wrote Think and Grow Rich, and it was originally called The 13 Steps to Riches as a manuscript. And so what he ended up doing is later on he published it, and he authored it. The publisher did not like the title of 13 Steps to Riches, so after a long discussion they ended up changing the title to Think and Grow Rich, which was $1 million title. Now, what some of you may not be aware of is that book sold 1 million copies its first year, and that was in 1937. And that's considered the classic or the original version. Now, there's been other versions of the book written, but what you want is you want the original version because nothing has been taken out. It's the original text, all the original stories. Nothing has been edited to comply with today's moral standards. So that's the copy that I would recommend. You can also get the audios. If you go on YouTube, you can get all the audios from the original version. And I would recommend that you listen to those audios at least once a day for 6 days. So don't do what most people do, which is read the chapter once or listen to the audio once and then immediately move on to something else. The key here is the principle of autosuggestion. Does anybody know what the principle of autosuggestion is all about? If you do, just type it in the chat box, and for the person that tells me what is the principle of autosuggestion, I'm going to give you a bonus. You'll get a free copy of the definite main purpose statement that we use. You'll get a copy actually of the self-confidence formula that we use. And so you'll be able to start using part of the formula, which I call the 1-2 punch. So if you type into the chat box what you believe is the principle of autosuggestion, you'll get a copy, a template for the self-confidence formula. So anybody that types it in there and gives me the right answer will get that as a free bonus right now. And you have to remember that the self-confidence formula, as it's written, is written in the chapter on faith. Because really, what is faith? Faith is really believing in yourself, right? So nobody knows, huh? Okay, so autosuggestion is the 4th principle in Think and Grow Rich. There's 13 principles, and autosuggestion is the principle with which you use to apply all the other principles. So does anybody know what is the first principle in Think and Grow Rich? Will somebody just type it into the chat, and I will start giving out some prizes here for those people that actually can guess that. So if you do figure that out, I will send you the complete 13 audios in MP3 format of Think and Grow Rich, one chapter at a time. I'll send you the MP3s. You can upload them into your smartphone or anywhere else. I'll give you the link once you identify your email address to me, and I will send it to you. So who knows what the first principle is in Think and Grow Rich? Anybody? Come on, people. Somebody's got to know. All right. I gave you the opportunity to get something for free. You guys don't want it. You can actually cheat. You can Google it. You can have a copy of Think and Grow Rich in front of you. So the first principle in Think and Grow Rich is definiteness of purpose. Okay? And Napoleon Hill was told by his mentor, Andrew Carnegie, that the secret to Andrew Carnegie's success consisted of 2 things. 1, having a clear and definite main purpose in life, or a definite main purpose. And 2, the second thing that he had was that he was in a mastermind. Now, it was critical that you be in part of a mastermind in order to really get the maximum results. For example, does anybody here know who was in Henry Ford's mastermind? Can you name any of the 4 people that were in his mastermind? If you do that, I will give you the audios for free. These audios sell for 99 bucks. In fact, what I'll do is I'll show them to you, the audios that I'm going to give you. Let's see. Pull that up. Okay, so here. If you will tell me the audios, one of the people in Henry Ford's mastermind, I will give you 14 audios that reveal all the secrets in Think and Grow Rich by Alan Nagel. Alan, who studied under Jonathan Green, who was one of 3 people mentored by Napoleon Hill, created these audios based on his 2.5 years of studying at the feet, literally, of Joseph Green. And Joseph Green spent 10 years working directly with Napoleon Hill. So he shared a lot of insights. In fact, Alan told me that he actually got to see the actual letter of introduction that Andrew Carnegie gave Napoleon Hill to go talk to Henry Ford. So these are 14 audios, 1 chapter, because the first chapter is called Introduction. And so you have each of the chapters, and it's incredible. You have the chapter on desire, on faith, and you'll get these. Now, normally these retail for $150. I normally sell these for $49 when I did this promotion, but you'll get these for free. Okay? William Wrigley, very good. Marcia, you get the free audios. Absolutely outstanding. Yes, four of the people that were in his mastermind group was number one, Thomas Edison. Okay, now most of you don't know this, but in 1896, Henry Ford worked for Thomas Edison. And after being there for 2 years, in 1898, he was promoted to one of his chief engineers. And he asked Mr. Edison if he could tinker around with that new gas-powered engine that somebody had thought of. And so he began working on the gas-powered engine there. And that's where he got the concept or the idea for the assembly line. And at some future convo, I'll share with you some of that information. It's really quite interesting. So part of his mastermind was William Wrigley, John Henry Thomas Edison, let's see, Harvey Firestone, of course, tires, and John Wanamaker. John Wanamaker was like the Walmart of his day. So is it conceivable that Henry Ford, who associated himself for more than 20 years with somebody of the likes of Thomas Edison, who has more patents on products than any other person on earth to this day, that after 20 years of an association with him, a man that barely had a grammar school education, he was taken to court because he was so stupid that the board of directors of Ford Motor Company wanted to remove him on the basis that he was too dumb to run the company, and he became one of the wealthiest people of his day, completely revolutionized transportation. Do you think being in a mastermind with the right people will impact you and raise your thinking? Absolutely. So let's go back and take a look at one of the most important principles, or one of the most important things that you can do to create the type of belief that you need to accomplish your goals. So creating a definite main purpose statement is really about how to create a burning desire for the things, well, as it says here, how to create a burning desire that blows away any obstacle or challenge in your life. Am I promising too much by saying that? The answer is no. Okay, it can literally change your life. And so what I'm going to start off with, for those of you that don't have a definite main purpose statement, is to share my definite main purpose statement with you. Okay, and so my definite main purpose statement sounds like this. I have a couple of hands up. Let's see. So let's see. What do I do with hands up? Raised hand. So Michael, do you have a question? Can you type it in the chat group and let me know what it is? Or type it in the question box, and I'll be more than happy to. Oh, okay. I see somebody had Firestone in there. Who was that, Ed? Ah, you cheated, Ed. All right. So let me see. I'm just getting familiar with this. So Michael Crawley, you had a question. Would you type it in the chat box? Well, actually, I just muted you. You can ask your question, Michael. You're unmuted. Michael, you want to ask your question? Okay. Can hear you. Okay. Can or can't? Hello, can hear you. Okay, everybody is. Okay. These are old questions. Okay. Oh, okay. We had a few people here. Mark guessed right. Ed said Harvey Firestone. Narita said Edison. Very good. Everybody had Warren Hardy. Ed, I don't think it was Warren Hardy, though. Mark, you got it right. Okay, awesome. Everybody's getting some of these questions. My apologies. So let's continue with this. So the question then becomes, since auto-suggestion is the principle that we use to master the principles, the question then is, do you talk to yourself? Because what is auto-suggestion other than you talking to yourself? And so the answer is that we do talk to ourselves. We talk to ourselves all the time. Most of the time, we talk to ourselves negatively instead of positively. We affirm the things that we hear on television, the things that we hear on radio, and especially today when we have a let me just see here. Today we have what where's my questions dashboard? Okay. Today we have, with politics, we have a lot of programming that they're trying to get into our mind on, about who to vote for. So it's really critical that we control our mindset. So we all talk to ourselves. It's pretty much a no-brainer. So the question then becomes, do you answer yourself when you talk to yourself? And that's really the main thing, is if you are answering yourself, then you're pretty much crazy. No, just kidding. All right. So, however, here's the really most important statement. If you're not happy with the results you have in your life, everything that you're experiencing right now is the direct result of your auto-suggestion. As Paul J. Meyer once said, you are where you are and what you are because of the dominating thoughts that you allow to occupy your mind. And so if you're not achieving the success you want, if you don't have the things that you want to have in your life, it is simply because your goals are not clearly defined. And so the first step that we work on is in creating our goal statement to get crystal clear. And what we do is we use, with our goal statement, is we use auto-suggestion. What auto-suggestion really means is we say our statement out loud. It doesn't work if you just read it to yourself. It doesn't work if you silently read it. You must read it out loud with enthusiasm. Napoleon Hill says, plain, unemotional words do nothing for creating the state of faith. Plain, unemotional words have no impact on the subconscious mind. If you repeat over and over again the famous Emile Coué affirmation, in every day, in every way, I am getting better and better, it will have no impact on your subconscious mind whatsoever because you are not using any emotion. So somebody once asked me, what about subconscious or subliminal affirmations? Well, there's been a lot of research done on that, and what really works is conscious auto-suggestion. These are auto-suggestions or statements that you make to yourself while you're in a conscious state. They must be audible. Now, there is an exception to that, and that's one of the most, really, a very powerful principle, and that's where you essentially repeat the affirmations or your statement out loud, and you do so by recording it and listen to it while you're sleeping at night. Does anybody here utilize sleep time to create a stronger impact on your subconscious mind? You see, when you're sleeping, have you ever been woken up from sleep? Yeah, right? All the time. So who woke you up? Like you hear a loud noise. Who woke you up so that you heard that loud noise? Wasn't it your subconscious mind that was listening? So if the subconscious mind is listening, then what woke you up? Your subconscious. And so what we do is we focus on using our subconscious mind to program ourselves. And so what we need to have is a statement. And the statement is different than what Napoleon Hill gave us. And so the statement that I use is based on this. We're going to discuss in this webinar a simple way to determine your goals. We're going to go over a template to help everyone design the most powerful and motivating definite main purpose statement that will drive you to your goals. We're also going to discuss one of the biggest obstacles in accomplishing your goals. And we're going to answer some questions. By the time this session is over, you will have all the tools you need to create your definite major purpose statement today and begin implementing it by saying it out loud starting tomorrow. So let me hear, I don't have my mentor, I tried that once before, it didn't work. So let me share with you my definite main purpose statement so you get an idea of what a definite main purpose statement sounds like. So my definite main purpose statement sounds like this. It is my birthday, February 20th, 2017, and I, Bert Superman Herna, am so happy and grateful now that I am receiving over $100,000 in monthly residual income from my global enterprise businesses. I easily and effortlessly accomplish all my tasks, which includes creating an imperative important list daily, 20 contacts per day, 10 presentations per day, and 15 new clients per week, thus ensuring my success. I experience joy each day knowing that what I'm doing is being of service to others and to myself. I am a young, attractive. I am a young, vibrant, attractive, and super sexy man of action. I am a lean, fit, muscular, 170-pound man that is open to receive all that has. I'm sorry. I am a lean, fit, muscular, 170-pound man that works out at least 3 times per week without fail. I am disciplined, organized, scheduled, responsible, punctual, single-minded, and laser-focused leader who completes all my tasks. I am a worthy, deserving, gorgeous, and beautiful man that is open to receive all that has been given to me and more. I am a great listener, flexible, understanding, and patient in dealing with others. As a result of my concentrated effort and steadfast determination, I am now experiencing unparalleled love, joy, happiness, fun, romance, time, and financial freedom, abundance, peace of mind, and excellent health. I enjoy the believable pleasure of driving my new lunar metallic blue with a burlwood trim Mercedes-Benz SL 550 convertible down the sun-drenched, palm tree-laden roads of Clearwater Beach, Florida. I have saved over $100,000 in liquid cash this year, and everything has been resolved in my favor. I am now envisioning daily, planning, and organizing for my plan to move to the Clearwater area of Florida by August 29, 2016. That goal has been accomplished. To own a luxury $1.5 million condominium with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a spectacular oceanfront view of Clearwater Beach, Florida. I have saved over $100,000 in liquid cash this year, and everything has been resolved in my favor. I enjoy cruising the waterways and islands of the Caribbean in my new white with a black stripe Sea Ray 260 Sundancer, and I live a life of fun, adventure, and travel. By my birthday, February 20th, 2020, I am so happy and grateful now that now that my net worth is over $20 million. I thank you, God, for it is done. So sorry about that. My brain is kind of fuddled today. But essentially, it is memorized. I'm doing it right from script, no script, just doing it from years of doing my statement. And I do my statement between 10 to 20 times a day. And it takes saying it that often in order to get it to work for you. And memorizing it is really one of the keys, because one of the things you want to do is you want to not only say your statement every day, but you want to have the ability to do it while you are in the bathroom, while you're driving, while you're walking the dog, while you're exercising. Anywhere that you are, you want to be able to do your statement. And by having it memorized, it's absolutely simple to do. And also it helps you when you're doing your statement and you're doing it from memory and you visualize it. So you can literally close your eyes and say, it is my birthday, February 20th, 2017, and I, Bert Superman Herna, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am receiving over $100,000 in monthly residual income from my global enterprise businesses. I easily and effortlessly accomplish all my tasks, which includes creating an imperative important list daily, 20 contacts per day, 10 presentations per day, and 15 new clients per week, thus ensuring my success. So once you know that you can do that anywhere, anytime, it makes it very easy. Now imagine if somebody were to, if you knew this the way I just said it. Yes, I'm clicking got it on the blue screen. Thank you. So let me just get rid of all these questions. Wow, you guys have a lot of questions that I didn't see here. You can fake it till you make it. Well, I don't know about faking it. You need to believe it. There's no such thing as faking it till you make it. It's really, you have to believe it. And how do we believe anything? We believe things by constant repetition. The same thought, the same vibration makes us believe things. So what happened is, by knowing your statement, guess what happens every time that you're asked to make a decision? Every time that you're asked to make a decision, it's really simple to determine what you need to do, because you already know what? What do you already know? You already know what your goals are. And that's really the most important thing. How many people here, by either clicking on the chat or asking a question, can tell me that they have a definite main purpose statement? Can everybody hear me okay? It says here, did you lose audio? Yes, Carol, it is available for replay. Okay, so if you have your statement, let me pick on somebody here that has a statement, and let me see, because I know that some of the people here in my mastermind group have a statement. So let me just figure out here how to unmute you. Okay, let's see, there's another button here. Okay, so I'm going to pick on, let's see, searching. Soraya, you're unmuted. Would you say your statement for us? Can you hear me okay? No? Okay. So I muted you back. And this is alphabetical, which is nice. So let me pick on Karen. Let's see where Karen is, right here. Okay. So Karen, I just unmuted you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
So would you share with us your definite main purpose statement?
I can.
Okay.
It is December 31st, 2016, and I, Karen Levin, a worthy, deserving, attractive goddess of my happiest life, am so happy and grateful to be living a life of abundance and joy, to be loving and happy, allowing the full, delicious flow of abundance of the universe through me as I enjoy the pleasures of life and share wellness with others. Now, receiving in excess of $20,000 per month, I always know and act on my top 3 priorities and easily and effortlessly accomplish my daily actions, including meditation, visualization, recitation, invitation, and creating connection through conversation, sharing health, happiness, and abundance with others. Always taking action on the impulse of infinite intelligence. I am a joyful, fulfilled, punctual woman who is a patient listener, action-oriented, excited, and happy. I exercise 30 minutes 5 times a week and physically toned, mentally present. All my cells are healthy and my blood flows freely through my veins. I attract and retain motivated, responsible, enthusiastic people to my life and love experiencing fun and growth with them. As a result of my genuine focus, I now experience the glorious feeling of the freedom of finances and time, excitedly continuing my process of relocation to the perfect coastal climate. All my objectives accomplished easily and everything handled and resolved effortlessly in my favor because I am truly blessed. Envisioning myself daily celebrating in the warm coastal winter sun, enjoying walks on the beach, champagne brunches, shopping with friends, and drives along the coast in my beautiful blue Series 2 BMW convertible, feeling the breeze blow through my hair, grateful to contribute through my foundation to the wellness of life on our planet, and loving living every day of my life. I give thanks and release this, knowing it is done.
It is done.
Done.
All right. So Karen is a member of the mastermind group, which is one of the principles in Think and Grow Rich, to join a group of individuals that'll raise your thinking. And that's critical to do because that's where you get persistence. You get a chance to create the perfect plan. And that's the things that we all need, because it's persistence to it's having persistence that allows us to achieve the things we want in life. Napoleon Hill said that persistence is to man what carbon is to steel. And if you're not an engineer, just know that you can't make steel without carbon. So it's very critical that we have that. So let me, Dan K., it says here that you want to do your statement. So let's hear another statement so that the nice folks on the call get an idea of what a statement sounds like. Can you hear me okay, Dan?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it is October 28, 2016, night and night, so I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm receiving at least $12,000 per month from my various business endeavors. The universe brings an abundance of opportunities that are right for me. Money and resources flow to me easily and effortlessly. I experience joy each day knowing what I'm doing is being of service to others and to myself. I'm at my ideal body weight at 200 pounds. I have defined six-pack abs and a ripped body that women stare at and envy. I work out at least 5 times a week without fail. I maintain a healthy nutrition plan that helps me maintain this incredible physique. The RV is in tip-top shape and always ready for the next adventure on the ocean, camping off the grid. I'm enjoying the incredible spectacular and awesomeness of having $100,000 in liquid cash. I manage my finances easily and effortlessly and consistently look towards building my net worth. I am now envisioning daily planning and organizing my real estate business and other global endeavors so I dominate whatever I'm involved in. I'm bringing in $150,000 per year. Beyond 1 year goal, I have a net worth of $500,000 to live a life that is unparalleled in abundance, health, excitement, travel, adventure, financial independence, and love. Thank you, God, for it is done.
It is done. So, one of the things that we do is somebody asked, can you listen to it every day? Nope, that's not good enough. You have to say it out loud. You have to say it with full emotion. Listening to it on a record is not the same thing, because listening it onto a recording, you're never going to memorize it. It's going to take too much repetition. And you really must make it part of your body. So you must say it out loud. Anything less than that is just a waste of time. And that's really critical. You must say it out loud. So, you know, what do you guys and gals hear when you hear these people saying their statement? Do you hear clarity? Do you hear in my statement? Do you hear my voice trembling with fear? Is it I will someday maybe? Or do you hear certainty? Right, passion. Right. You hear certainty. And you hear deadlines. Absolutely. Definite time. Everything must have a deadline. Exactly. Passion, clarity, and power. In reality, I'm going to say it the way I normally say it. I hope that it doesn't hurt anybody's ears, but it really sounds like this. It is my birthday, February 20th, 2017, and I, Bert Superman Herna, am so happy and grateful now that I am receiving over $100,000 in monthly residual income from my global enterprise businesses. I easily and effortlessly accomplish all my tasks, which includes creating an imperative important list daily, 20 contacts per day, 10 presentations per day, and 50 new clients per week, thus ensuring my success. Okay, exactly, Carol. There is no fear here. This is complete certainty. Why? Because it must be done in a state of belief. Now, when there's 4 powerful chapters, and today, because you attended this call, and we have about, I guess, what do we have, about 40 people on the call? About 113 people, 115 people registered, but schedules sometimes change. So what's the story here? What's the hidden secret in Think and Grow Rich? Everybody says, oh, you know, that Napoleon Hill put that in there so to get people to read the book. Possibly, but there is a secret. Does anybody here know what the secret is in Think and Grow Rich? Would anybody care to take a shot at it and share with the group? And you just type it into the questions box or the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to reveal it. Now, I must tell you this, that Napoleon Hill did give us a couple of clues. At first, he said that the secret has not been directly named, for it seems to work better when it is discovered. So therefore, we know right away that it's not a principle. So if you think it's desire, it's faith, it's persistence, it's any of those, you're wrong. Second, it's not believe, conceive, and achieve. That's not it either. Third, it's not what Mr. Earl Nightingale thought it was, which is we become what we think about. Okay, so he had it wrong. So what is really the secret that's hidden in Think and Grow Rich? Well, he gives us all a clue. And the clue is right in the first introduction, where he says that at sometime while reading the book, you will discover an idea will strike you, and this idea, thought, plan, or purpose will excite you, and that you will receive the second half of the idea the moment it reaches your mind. The second part must reach your mind. So is it autosuggestion? Because autosuggestion is the only thing that allows you to input thoughts into your subconscious mind. It's autosuggestion. So, but it isn't autosuggestion. He also told us that his son, Blair, the child that was born with no ears, discovered the secret while reading the manuscript, the first draft of the manuscript while he was still working for FDR. Nope. I wish it was a pleasing personality, but it's not. The secret is actually found in the chapter on desire. And if you will read the chapter on desire, but it's also in the chapter on faith, and it's also in the chapter on autosuggestion, and it's also in the chapter on persistence, and it's also in the chapter on the mastermind, and it's also in the chapter on the subconscious mind. So what do we have? Hold on one second, guys. So what do we know then? That the secret can be found in multiple chapters, and it's none of the principles. So it's not definiteness of thought, it's not definiteness of purpose, it's not belief, it's not vibration, it's not your personality, it's not the power within, it's not vibrations, it's not any of those things. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to find it for yourself. And when you do, literally mark that as what they used to call a red letter day, a day you celebrate. Mark it as a day that you found out the secret, because it's really that powerful. And I will give you a clue. There's a gentleman by the name of Art Williams who started a company called A.L. Williams Insurance Agency, which later on became known as Prime America. And he read Think and Grow Rich up until he got to the part in the chapter on desire. And when he found a formula in that chapter, he didn't read it any further. And so if you will read the chapter on desire and read the formula, you will discover the secret. And I'll leave you with that. So let's go back here and let's take a look at what we need to do to begin the process. Let me just stop this. Okay. This process of so what we need to do is we need to develop a definite major purpose statement. Now, Napoleon Hill, his statement was in future tense, right? So that doesn't work, okay? Because if you, yeah, it's Prime America, I know, I'm familiar. I was a former regional vice president with them under Bob Safford. Very familiar with the company. But I made a misspelling there. I had to type it. Prime America. Same difference, to me anyway. The point being that the goal must be, you must focus on a one-year goal. Why a one-year goal? Because a 5-year goal has no power to motivate you. Okay, not in the short, not right now. What are you more motivated by? Going on vacation next week or going on vacation 10 years from now? Are you more motivated about winning the lottery tomorrow or getting a bonus tomorrow, or about a bonus at age 65 when you retire? The answer is that we're more excited about what is really happening short term than we are ever going to be in the long term. And so we focus exclusively on a one-year goal. And what we do is we focus on creating a one-year goal. Let me just back up a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Trying to do two things at once. It's not working well. All right. So no questions now. So we focus on one-year goal, not a 30-day goal. Why not a 30-day goal? Because you can't develop the belief you need to achieve your goal. Every decision you have made in life is a direct consequence of your belief. If I walked up to you and I talked to you about a multi-level marketing opportunity and you didn't believe that you could sell, or you believe that network marketing is a scam, or you had any of those preconceived notions, you would automatically rule out that opportunity, even if it was a legitimate opportunity and there was a fortune to be made. If somebody offered you any kind of position and you did not believe that you could do the job, you would turn it down. So every day, your self-image, your confidence level is costing you opportunities. If you don't believe that if you're a guy and you don't believe that you're going to go and talk to a good-looking girl, you won't. If you're a girl and you don't believe that you can attract a good-looking man, you won't. It's as Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Okay? And in the book, there's an incredible poem that I suggest that all of you handwrite out. And what do you do with it? Read it out loud every day. Okay? I took the poem that's in the book in the chapter on, I believe it's in faith. And the poem is, if you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. and I put it by the door in a frame before I left the house. I made it a ritual to automatically read it as I went out, before I went out the door, and I would read it again when I came back home from the day of work. So I read it at least twice a day on a working day, and on my day off, if I went in and out of the house, I did it those days too. So after a while, it becomes part of you, and you begin to believe exactly what it is, that if you can or you cannot, it's all about the way you think. And so it's critical that you take control. You know, Napoleon Hill said that we were all given one gift at birth, and that's the ability to direct and control our mind to whatever means we wish. How many of you have taken that control of your mind? How many of you even know how to take control of your subconscious mind? And the answer is most of us don't know how to take control, because none of you are probably, except for the people in the mastermind group, I doubt that any one of you out there is reading a goal statement or affirmations out loud every day religiously. Now, in my mastermind group, everybody says their goal statement and the self-confidence formula a minimum of 5 times a day. Some people have said it as much as 100 times in one day. One gentleman has over 20,000 repetitions in the last 12 months. What happened? He's lost over 80 pounds. He got his boss to pay for him to go to Business Mastery in London, paid for the airfare, paid for the event, paid for the hotel room. He just finished doing Leadership Mastery. Guess who paid for that? His boss. Because he has brought so much value from the statement and from being part of the mastermind and using the ideas that he got and presenting them at work, that his boss was so impressed that he said, hey, I'll pay for it. Now, what changes? This is a gentleman that a year ago needed to lose 80 plus pounds. He was not thinking about starting his own business consultation business, which he has done now. His goals have changed a great deal. That man referred this group to me. Oh, outstanding, Barbara. Outstanding. Well, we won't say his name because we didn't get permission to, but obviously you know that he's used every one of these principles. In fact, it's because of him that this mastermind even exists. Because I have done the Think and Grow Rich group for a year for free, and I was doing weekly calls, and it was getting to be very time consuming, and I just decided I made a commitment to do it for free for a year, and then after that I decided that I would just give it up. And it was because of John that I actually continued this. So a lot of people, including myself, owe him a debt of gratitude because we're changing lives every day. And so what do we need? Okay, so Napoleon Hill states develop a 5-year goal or purpose. And as he said, most people can't think in that terms. The most exciting part of any athletic event is always the last few minutes before the game ends, isn't it? And so if we look at that, and we know that it's the last few seconds when we're close to the deadline that's exciting, and the rest of the game could be boring, then we understand that it's the deadline, and it's, of course, having a short-term goal that really gets us excited. So, however, we must use the principle of autosuggestion, and we must give this principle enough time to create a burning desire. If we are ever going to accomplish a goal, we must develop a burning desire. So does anybody know how to develop a burning desire? If you know how to develop a burning desire, just type it into the questions box, and we'll see how accurate you are. Does anybody know? Yeah, Victor, that's one of the keys, is to make it your dominant thought, right? Anybody here know the self-confidence formula? If you don't, I suggest you take it out of the book and memorize it. Mine is memorized. And the self-confidence formula sounds like this. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. That's a commitment to my statement. Second, I know that the dominating thought of my mind will reproduce itself I know that the dominating thought of my mind will reproduce itself into outward physical action and gradually transform itself into physical reality. Therefore, I concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion that any thought or desire that I persistently hold in my mind will seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. So that's the self-confidence for me, and there's two other parts to it, but for sake of time, I won't get into them. And that's part of the 1-2 punch, knowing what your goals are and having the confidence to accomplish them. And what really is self-confidence, if not belief? Yes, Barbara, that's in the book. We've modified it, and we brought it into the 20th century or 21st century now, 22nd century now. Because what we've done is when Mr. Hill wrote the book, we didn't know that our subconscious mind does not know the difference between a real event or an imagined one. So if you've ever had a dream or a nightmare and you woke up from it and realized, oh my God, that was so real, but you were asleep. So your subconscious mind can be tricked. Napoleon Hill said, even a lie repeated often enough becomes the truth. So we must understand the subconscious mind in order to use it to program ourselves for the things that we want in life. Because really, the difference between, everybody says that the road to success is a zigzag, right? It really isn't. That's bullshit. It is for most people. You know why? Because they don't know what the hell they want. I talk to people every day and I ask them, hey, would you share your goals with me? Yes, I'd like to make more money. Like to make more money? What the hell is that? That's not a goal. That's a wish. Go rub a lamp. I'd like to retire. I'd like to get a new job. I'd like. That's not a goal. That's BS. Your subconscious mind ain't going to buy that. It has to sound like I am receiving $100,000 in monthly residual income from my global enterprise businesses. It must be present tense. It must be in the now, as if it already happened. We don't fake it till we make it. We act as if. Okay? Because we're not going to fake anything. We're going to convince our subconscious mind that it's true. How do we do that? Autosuggestion, repetition. And that's one of the key principles. So yes, you must say it out loud every day, a minimum of 5 times with emotion. You don't have the 3 most powerful emotions that you can use with your statement are sex, love, and faith. Those are the 3 most important, powerful emotions. In fact, to have an effective mastermind, you must have, or you should have, those 3 emotions: sex, love, and faith. And that type of mastermind, which Napoleon Hill referred to as the ultimate mastermind, can only exist in one type of relationship or one type of scenario, and that's a lifetime committed relationship. And so between a husband and wife, a wife and a wife, whatever the standards are of your era or my era, this is what must happen in order to create a ultimate mastermind. And so looking now at the next page, we look at a few guidelines here. Now, I suggest you guys and gals take notes because this is really critical stuff. Step 1 is that you must choose a goal 12 months from today or your birthday. And there is a formula to our statement. We must express happiness and gratitude. Why? Because those are states that we want to be in. So the statement starts by choosing a date 12 months from today or your birthday. For me, it's my birthday. And I am so happy and grateful now that I am receiving. Now, I'll tell you a funny story. Napoleon Hill said that he once set a goal, working for this company, LaSalle University, that he was going to earn $100,000. This was now in the early 1930s, 1940s. $100,000 in that era was a lot of money. But in his statement, he didn't say, I have in my possession, which is usually the words he used, or I have received. He said, I have earned. And that year, he earned over $100,000. And consequently, the company found a loophole in the contract, and he didn't receive one thin dime of that $100,000. And from that day forward, he never used the word earned. The choice of words is critical, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely critical. If you say anything, your subconscious mind will take it for task. Whatever you tell it, it's what it's going to go after. So that's why our goals must be crystal clear. We must know exactly what we want in order to accomplish it. Now, in this particular template here, this PowerPoint, the reason we focus on goals in 4 areas of life. And so the 4 areas of life are, let me just see if I find it here. Okay. So the 4 areas of life are financial and career, health and fitness, relationships and family, and we also focus on spirituality, contribution, and growth. Why? Because people like Henry Ford, people like John Rockefeller, people like Andrew Carnegie created incredible wealth. And by the way, to this day, Andrew Carnegie is still the largest philanthropist in this country's history. And he is also the wealthiest man in the world, except some people have come up with like King Midas and stuff like that. But of the people that we can actually measure the wealth, he is considered the wealthiest man on earth. His wealth distances vastly the wealth of Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, or even Warren Buffett. And I think the last Forbes magazine had Bill Gates as the wealthiest man on planet Earth. So, we focus on a financial goal. Why? Because most of you lack money consciousness. If somebody says to you, I really don't, I have enough money, I really don't need more money. What they're really saying is that they lack a money consciousness. Because if you really don't need the money, then just earn it anyway and then contribute it to charity. If you don't want a new car, why don't you just put down there that you're going to get a new car, and then the moment that you achieve the goal, go give it to a guy at the bus stop. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He can't afford one. So understand, I had an opportunity to talk to a gentleman that was the founder or handled all the marketing, I believe it was. He was handling the franchising of all the Nathan's Famous and other franchises. And the guy's a retired billionaire, right? And I had an opportunity to talk to him, and he shared his statement with me. And I said to him, why do you still have a financial goal? And he said, well, I have bigger contribution goals, which were also in the statement. But what struck me was his financial goals. And he said, I could go out there and I could become the next Mother Teresa and just go out there and, help people. He said, or I could create immense wealth and hire an army of Mother Teresas. Which has a bigger impact? The army, right? So he did not say to himself, I have enough money, therefore I'm not going to do this. He said, I am good at making money, and therefore I'm going to concentrate on making that type of wealth. I don't know, Barbara. So hold on one second here. So the thing is that what we want to do is we have to also, in our statement, the statement consists of 4 areas of life, and then you must have 4 actions. So my primary actions are, start with, I easily and effortlessly accomplish all my tasks, which includes creating an imperative important list daily. That's number 1. Contacting 20 contacts per day, 10 presentations per day, and 15 new clients per week. Now understand that if you just copy my statement, it ain't going to work for you. So copying anybody else's statement ain't going to work, because one of the things that we do is we focus on, whoops, oh, it actually did go there. We focus on your personality type. So what we want to know is, what is your personality? Because your personality type determines your strengths or weaknesses. So one of the things that you must do is you must determine what are these strengths and weaknesses. The statement consists of be, do, have. You can't be or do until you actually have. So that's what we focus on, the be, do, have. Until you become the type of person that can achieve, that deserves. If you want to attract somebody into your life that's physically fit and health conscious, guess who you need to be? You need to be physically fit and health conscious. If you want to attract somebody who is disciplined, organized, scheduled, responsible, punctual, single-minded, and laser focused, guess who you need to be? Disciplined, organized, scheduled. Because a disciplined person is not going to go with a person who's undisciplined. The only time that it worked for Oscar Madison and what's his name in The Odd Couple is they fought all the time, because opposites attract temporarily, but in the long term, look at all your friends. All your friends are not people that you don't get along with. They're people that you have a lot in common or something substantial. So it is these commonalities that bring us together, not the differences. And so you must know what your personality type is, and so we have videos that will walk you through the personality types so that you can determine. So for example, if you're a elephant personality type, your strength is that you're a planner, a thinker. but you also don't want to fail, so you don't want to be wrong. So what's your danger? Paralysis of analysis. You spend too much time thinking. If you're a monkey personality or the promoter personality, you're great with people, you're the attention, your life of the party, you always want to be the center of attention. But what's your problem? You're disorganized, you self-sabotage, you don't follow through, you're not disciplined, you're not organized, you're not scheduled, you're not punctual, you're not single-minded. Sound familiar? It's in my statement because of my monkey personality. A dolphin personality is the martyr. The martyr cares about others and will actually do things for others even if it means that they lose. They don't necessarily look for the win-win. It's okay for them if it's a win-lose and it's them losing. So you need to determine what is your personality type, and that has to be included in your statement. And then you must have the self-confidence formula as part of it. And so here's a very valuable point, which is repetition of affirmations or orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith. You must say your statement with faith, and you can't develop it for less of a price than what? Repetition. Perhaps the meaning may be made clearer through the following explanation as to the way men and women sometimes become criminals. Stated in the words of the famous criminologist, when men first come into contact with crime, they abhor it. If they remain in contact with crime for a time, they become accustomed to it and endure it. And if they remain in contact with it long enough, they finally embrace it and become influenced by it. This is the equivalent of saying that any impulse of thought which is repeatedly passed on to the subconscious mind is finally accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind, which proceeds to translate that impulse into its physical equivalent by the most practical procedure available. And that means that once this becomes your thinking, you then begin taking action. So one of the things that you also must do is once you develop your statement is you must create a plan of action to accomplish it. And so there's a 5-step process that we go through that we teach you. We use a plan of action form that determine the action steps. And so what we do is we walk you through these action steps once you've determined what it is you want. And so, Napoleon Hill said, our minds become magnetized with the dominating thoughts that we hold in our minds. And these magnets attract us to the forces, the people, the circumstances of life, which harmonize with the nature of our dominating thoughts. What does that mean? That whatever we constantly keep in our mind, we will attract it. We will attract the people if we need the people, the money if we need the money, the ideas if we need the ideas. Whatever it is that we need to accomplish our goal, we will attract it. Now, in order to develop a definite main purpose statement using the format that we use to become a well-rounded and balanced individual, it's really difficult to do it on your own. So what I've done is I've trained people in this. So what I've done is I put together a course that does this all for you. So when you sign up for this course, which I would recommend you do, I've made it very affordable, you will get access to all the videos so that you can, first of all, if you need to find out what is singleness of purpose. So we have an audio that explains it to you, and you'll find out which of the 5 personality types you are. Then we take you through the other, these are single-mindedness of purpose personality types. Then we have the 4 personality types, which we give you a test that you can take at home. It takes like 5 minutes to determine that. Then you'll have access to multiple, about 14 videos of other people going through the process of developing their statement. And then you'll also have access to our download section. And in our download section, which is part of our website, you're going to have access to As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. You'll have access to Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill 21st Century, to the Self-Confidence Formula, to the book What Would Napoleon Hill Do? Positive Expectancy to Win, Outwitting the Devil, Eat That Frog. There's tons of downloads here to help you with achieving what you want to achieve in life. But we go one step further, and we also give you access to the 14 audios by Alan Nagel. And Alan, as I mentioned earlier, studied directly under the tutelage of Joseph Green. And so he spent 2.5 years learning everything about the statement. And it's because of Alan that we have the statement that we have today. Now, Alan is an interesting individual, and Alan only has one leg, and his right hand is a flipper. And Alan did not allow that to stop him in life, even though he was born with a handicap. Alan, if you Google Alan Nagel, N-A-G-A-O, you'll find that by the time Alan was in his 30s, using the principles in Think and Grow Rich and using his statement, Alan was able to accumulate a fortune of over $39 million. How did he do that? Selling yo-yos. He got an idea. and he used the idea to sell yo-yos. Today, Alan is making $1.5 million a month. He has over $100 million in real estate, mostly all in Hawaii, because he's a Hawaiian. And because of Alan, we have this statement, and we have all the templates of how it works properly. And he's created some incredible, incredible income earners. Derek Bentley, him and his wife have made over $10,000 in the last 7 years. Patty Acosta made over $5 million in 2.5 years. Steve Huang has made over $20 million in the last 7 or 8 years. Jeffrey Lee has made over $25 million in the last 10 years. So some of these people are averaging, 7 figures when you do the math. How did they accomplish this? Because they all have a definite main purpose statement. And that's really the key. Alan says that if you have lost your fire, the way you can regain that fire is by writing out your statement first, and then repeating it out loud every day with emotion, passion, excitement, and using your physiology. If you want to change your state of mind, there's 2 things you can change. You can change your physiology, right? If you're feeling depressed, go for a run, go work out, go box, go do something. It'll change the way you're feeling. The second way is to change your focus. So we have the way that really works, which is we change our focus and our physiology by saying our statement. So when we say, "It is my birthday, February 20th, 2017, it immediately changes my physiology, and it immediately changes my focus. And what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on all the negatives in life? Am I focusing on what I don't want? Or am I focusing on what I do want? I'm focusing on what I do want. And so along with the statement, the template, which is proprietary, by the way, so I can't give it to you for free. I just shared some of it with you so you get an idea of the power of it. You would also get 14 audios by Alan as he walks you through each of the chapters in Think and Grow Rich. Now, normally these audios sell for approximately $10 to $20 a piece. I sell them for $150. They were on sale for $49, but if you sign up for the statement, you get the statement, you'll get them for free. So you'll get access to all the training videos. Here's all the videos. You can just hit the button and listen. Hello. And listen into the calls. We have tons of calls there. We have the coaching calls, which are some additional calls that you can tune in on. And this is you can see other people going through this process with you. Here's a PowerPoint presentation on how to get your statement really sizzling. And then we have the download page, which I showed you before. So you receive all that. Now, normally this program, I sell it for $199. But I'm not going to offer it to you for that price. So you can get everything here on this page, and I'm going to put this page into the chat box and into the questions here. So I'm going to send this to all, and I'm also going to put it in the chat box. So if you will go to that website, not only will you receive a copy of the template, not only will you receive a copy of the self-confidence formula, not only will you get all the audios, all the videos, all the downloads, but you'll also be invited to a 1-hour webinar where I will take you individually through the statement and walk you through it step by step to create one. Now, that alone, an hour of my time as a coach, I charge between $800 to $1,000. So that alone is worth a fortune. When you add in the statement, the DMPS, the template, I normally sell that with the self-confidence formula for $100. That's a great picture of me, by the way. And I normally sell that for $100. So if you will go to this link, if you can't see it, all you need to do is go to performancecoachinggroup.com/TGR-advanced-training/. As you can see here. And you will not pay $190. You will not pay $100. I am making it available to folks here today for only $79. So you can get the template, you can get access to a 1-hour webinar, you can get all the videos, you can get all the downloads, all the audios, not for $190, not for $150, not for $100, but you can get everything for $79 tonight. And by signing on tonight at that link, you will automatically be taken to, you will automatically be invited to a private webinar, which will be held and recorded and be hosted on the membership site, so you can go back and watch it. Now, I'm not using my Smart Girls Fitness account, but when you when you click on the link, it will take you to my PayPal account, and you'll see my other fitness company, Bully Extreme Fitness International, LLC. And all you need to do is, once you get on that page, if you have a PayPal account, you can pay with PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, you can just pay with your debit or credit card. Just fill in the information, and that's it. And here's the thing. If this isn't, for 79 bucks, if this isn't everything that I promise you it is, within 30 days, if you tell me it isn't, I'll refund you your money, 100%. The only thing I ask is that you send me a copy of your template of your definite main purpose statement, so I can make sure that you did actually do it, because so many people take these things and don't really do it, and that's the problem. So what I'm suggesting to you is, for the really dirt cheap money, you can get it, the template, you can get the self-confidence formula, you can get the downloads, you can get access to the members website, which the membership website is, let's see, let's go here. So this is what the home page looks like. Well, I'm signed in, so you're not going to see it. But if you go to the website and just type in, oops, let me just get rid of that, and type in the link. Just click on that link. It'll take you to the site. You'll be able to sign up. You'll get 1 hour webinar with me. You'll get the template, the self-confidence formula, access to all the videos here that I showed you. You can't access this without a membership password. So you get access to all this, get an access to Eat the Frog as well, audio and PDF. And once you join, you will be put into a private Facebook group where you'll find additional resources to help you. Examples of other people's statement, which, while I don't recommend that you use them for designing your own, at least it will give you an idea. So if you take advantage of this tonight, you'll have the opportunity to get your statement written. You'll have the opportunity to have me help you online, walk you through the process. That might be a GoToWebinar. It might be a Zoom video. I haven't decided yet. But more importantly, you'll be able to get this process down, and you'll be able to have the things that you want in life, because it really boils down to knowing what you want. And so if you only get, for 79 bucks, if you only get clarity on the things you want, that's worth the money. So many people, I've spoken to platinum partners with Tony Robbins, people that pay $75,000 to $80,000 a year. And when I ask them what are their goals, they're like, well, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, but they never really get it. They never have crystal clear goals. So if you'd like to take advantage of it, just click on that link. And anybody that goes to that link tonight and orders, I will give you, I normally charge $100 to review your template. So if you stayed on to the call, didn't bail out, which most of you have, I will also give you a free review of your template, of your statement, once you complete it. It will take me between 24 to 72 hours to complete it and get it back to you. And usually what I ask you to do is to put it into Google Docs and then just send me the link so I can edit it with you in live, and we can chat about it on Facebook, and I'll do that for you. So that alone is worth an additional $100. So you're getting a 1 hour webinar, you're getting the audios, which are worth $150, you're getting all the downloads, which are probably worth a couple of $100, and you're getting a review of your template. And you're not going to pay $150, $200. You're going to be able to do all this for 79 bucks. That's it. No shipping, no charges. It's all digital stuff. And that's it. You'll be crystal clear on the things you want in life. So I strongly urge all of you to take advantage of this. Click that link and order. I'm going to make it available till tomorrow at midnight, and then I'm putting it back up to the normal price of $150. So today you're getting it for almost half price for being on this webinar. And so I urge every single one of you to take advantage of this, because This is really the key. I mean, you can wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I can tell you exactly what my goals are. I don't have to think about it. If somebody says to me, hey, Bert, you want to go out for drinks tonight? And I haven't done my 20 contacts per day, 10 presentations per day, and 15 new clients per week, I know I can't go. So I know exactly what I want at any moment in time. And there's people that have achieved incredible results. I mean, there's one gal that joined this mastermind about 5 months ago, and she's a realtor out in California. And last year she was averaging between 35 and 40, about $30,000 to $35,000 a month. So she wasn't doing badly, but she had confidence issues because certain things had happened in her life. Well, as a result of being in the mastermind, as well as having the statement, so both the 1-2 punch there. In June, she made 180, no, 100 and, I think she said $130,000. But I know that in July she made $220,000. She had over $70,000 in credit card debt, which she paid off. She paid for her daughter's wedding and paid for half of her son's wedding, which is happening all at the same time. So incredible results. Another person in the mastermind using the statement, working closely with the United Nations. She's an Afghani citizen. She had a company set up to help build Afghanistan back after the debacle that we've created there, and they've created as well. And what she did is she was able to get $35 million in funding from the UN. And she had put in her statement that she was going to get $350,000 salary. And she was going to be assigned to be the CEO of this company because the UN had final approval of that. Well, they named her CEO for 1 year. They gave her a salary of $250,000, and recently she messaged me that she got it up to $300,000, and she's still working on the other $50,000 a year as a direct result of having a statement and saying it out loud every day. Another person that joined the group was had no job, had been unemployed for several months. As a result of saying his statement and the self-confidence formula, in January he had 7 job offers. The best job offer he took was offering him a salary of about $130,000. With bonuses, it was $150,000. They gave him $800 a month car allowance so he could go out and buy a car, and they gave him a gasoline card so he didn't even have to pay for his gas. Once you're ready, I will reach out to you down the road and possibly, if there's an opening, invite you to join our mastermind, because that's where we have 7-figure earners, 6-figure earners, retired millionaires. We have 5 platinum partners in there. These are people making big, big dollars. And you know, if you know anything, it's always about who you hang out with, right? It's the people that you associate with that determine a great deal of your success in life. So it's important that you associate yourself with successful people. And so I'd like to thank you all. The link is in the chat group. You'll see the sidebar. There's the link. If you don't have it there, you can always just cut and paste it here, as you can see it. It's http performancecoachinggroup.com/TGR-advanced-training. So if you sign up for it tonight, message me on Facebook, Bert Herna. Friend request me if we're not friends already, and you know, I'll send you the information about the advanced seminar by email, and then I'll give you some of my time so that I can help you put together a powerful, powerful, definite main purpose statement. The people that you heard, most of them are in the mastermind group, and that's really the ultimate where you want to go, because that's going to help you get crystal clear on the things you want in life. You're going to get clear, but now we take you to the next level. And our mastermind is called the Next Level Mastermind Group, because the techniques and skills that you learn there will take your results to the next level. In fact, let me see if I have anybody here left that's in the mastermind. Let's see who's left in here that's in the mastermind. Just bear with me for a second. Let's see, Soraya. Soraya, you're in the mastermind, right? Are you still online? Hello, Soraya? Okay, that doesn't sound like her. Sounded like something else. Let's see, Beakus, you're in the mastermind. Are you available? Can you tell them a little bit about the mastermind?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes.
So tell us, what's the most valuable thing you've gotten out of the Next Level Mastermind group?
I think the most important thing is to getting the clarity that I needed to know exactly what my goals are for the next 12 months and how I'm going to reach them, and having a greater level of certainty that I'm going to be able to achieve those goals exactly as I set it out to accomplish.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And what is it, what does it do for you in the morning when you hear all these people saying their statement and hearing their
Well,
goals? Has that lifted up your thinking and made you reach for bigger goals than what you came into the group with?
oh, absolutely. I mean, when you hear other people's goals, you really get inspired and you begin to see all the different possibilities. Because before I realized how small I was thinking, and then when I got into the group, I realized how big everybody's. It really expands your dreams, and you begin to see yourself that you can do so much more, and that there are no limits. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like right now, most of you may be in a position of what's the word I'm looking for? In the valley. You may be in the valley, as they say. And so if you're in the valley, your goals are going to be in the valley. And so it's critical that you listen to other people that are not in the valley but are on the mountaintop. And because these people are going to motivate you. And one of the things that we also are going to focus on that we've recently been doing is that one of the fastest goals that we can help you accomplish, the financial goal is going to take a little bit of time the way we do it, because we have to build your belief. But if any of you have weight loss goals or health and fitness goals, that's one of the areas of life. Because what sense does it make to earn all this money if you don't have the right health? What's the sense of having all this money if you don't have, relationship or love? So what we do is we also will help you in setting. We don't focus on realistic goals because realistic doesn't mean anything. What's realistic for you is not realistic for me. So what we do is we focus on establishing a weight loss goal or a health and fitness goal, like you heard mine. Mine is real simple. I am a lean, fit, muscular, 170-pound man that works out at least 3 times per week without fail. And so one of the areas that I will help you with is in achieving those health and fitness goals. And we go into a little bit deeper with your why. We dig into your why and the reasons why you must do it, and we incorporate those into your statement. Because if every day you're reading all the emotional reasons why you must achieve the weight loss or achieve the health you want, then it's critical that you do it. And I don't know if all of you are familiar with my story, but in 2012, I was in the hospital for 6 weeks with congestive heart failure. My kidneys went into renal failure, my liver was toxic, and I was crashing. I came out of the hospital 6 weeks later, and my heart was barely pumping out 10% of the blood that was in it. It took me 2 years to recover from an illness that you don't recover from. It's not a heart attack where they can put in a stent. Congestive heart failure, it's really difficult to recover from. And so what did it? Well, I created a health statement, and I focused on other things that would help me, taking in greens and taking in superfoods and making sure that my blood sugar was under control, because I also found out that I was pre-diabetic. And so if you have any health issues, this is something that will help you with those health issues as well. So, there's so many things that affect that your mind affects your body. You can literally will yourself into illness, or you can literally will yourself into health. And by using our statement and by focusing on what you want in life, by being crystal clear about the things you want in life, you have no idea yet of what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of manifesting. It is really that critical that you guys and gals get a definite main purpose statement and get on track with saying it out loud at least 5 times a day. And then we're going to give you other techniques. If you want to pursue this journey, I'll give you other techniques that will help you to embed it so that these principles become part of your working mind. If you look at the language that we all speak, how did we learn to speak? Repetition. How come people say Kleenex instead of tissue? Aren't we really looking for tissue, but we call it a Kleenex? What about when we call toothpaste Crest? It's not toothpaste. We call cars Mustangs. How do we do that? How is it that we all know the ABCDs? How come some of us know I pledge allegiance? Did we stay up at night studying this stuff? Or did they just use repetition? How come we know 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times, and so for the times table? How do we know that? Repetition. And so it's the repetition being used for us instead of to program us for others. So it's critical that you get this. So jump on this. You're not going to ever see it at this price again. I'm doing this because it's something that I believe in strongly. I've been doing this process since I was 22 years old. Doing this statement allowed me to make $123,000 by the time before I turned 25. It allowed me to sell my insurance agency for $3.9 million before I turned 35. And there's been so much success in my life. But back then we focused only on financial success. But today we focus on the 4 major areas of life, and that's what makes our system different than anybody else. There's nobody else doing this. You can't learn this from anybody else. Nobody does this. Nobody teaches this. But yet it's all in Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is not a self-help book. Think and Grow Rich is a documentary of 500 of the wealthiest people at that time. People that didn't have a college education. You look at Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, they're examples of today's wealth, but they weren't that bad off. I mean, they both had high enough SAT scores to get into Harvard, and their parents had enough money to pay for it. When you take a look at Andrew Carnegie, whose dad died at age 3, he didn't have a single dime to his name, spoke with a heavy Scottish accent, and had to go to work to support the family, and never went to grammar school. And yet he becomes the wealthiest man on earth and the largest philanthropist. He donated over $366 million to libraries. That's why you'll see the Andrew Carnegie Foundation, Carnegie Hall. There's numerous. If you Google Andrew Carnegie Foundations, Andrew Carnegie Philanthropy, you'll see what kind of a gentleman this guy was. He was one of the largest philanthropists in human history. And it's these principles that he advocated to Napoleon Hill, who spent 22 years researching because he couldn't call people up. He couldn't drive to their home. He had to take a bus. No buses, I'm sorry. He had to take a train, or he had to take a horse and buggy to get to these people to interview them. He interviewed 500 of the wealthiest people of our times. And from these people, he extracted these principles of success. And these principles of success work. Oprah read Think and Grow Rich 13 times. Jamin John read it at age 15. By the time he was 20, he was able to get $100,000 in funding to form FUBU. Every day he reads his goals out loud. Every single day. Bruce Lee used it to become an international movie star. The guy from Chick-fil used it to create his restaurants. The guy that created the Velcro used the principles in Think and Grow Rich. There's so many success stories. Tony Robbins read the book and attributes a great deal of his success to Think and Grow Rich. Joseph McClendon, who's also with Tony Robbins, read Think and Grow Rich when he was homeless, living on the streets, used it to get involved in a network marketing company, and became very successful in the network marketing company before he decided to become a public speaker. The stories go on and on and on and on and on of all the people that have been successful. More millionaires and billionaires have been created by this book than any known book or corporation in human history. There's more millionaires from this book and billionaires now than millionaires made by Google, by Microsoft, by Facebook, by Uber, by any of these companies. More people have created wealth through this book, the principles in this book, by having a definite main purpose statement, than any other book in history. That itself should let you know how important this book is. It has sold more than 100 million copies. And today it's available for free because it's part of the public domain. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to really change your life, not in the bullshit sense, but in reality, if you really want to change your life, you have to start by becoming crystal clear about the things you want. And one of the things I would recommend is that you get this statement, you get the training, and you start to get crystal clear on the things you want, and you start the auto-suggestion process. So visit performancecoachinggroup.com/TGR-advanced-training/ or just click the link in the chat group. I put it in there. I'll put it one more time so you can see it. And sign up, because it's really critical that you get this area of life handled. And as I said, if you sign up tonight before midnight, I will include a free review of your statement. All you need to do is send it to me, and I'll review it, and I'll correct any errors that you have in it. Usually all of us do. And I'll give it to you in a format that, sorry, I sent that to didn't send that to the group. I'll give it to you in a format that you can immediately put it into application. So performancecoachinggroup.com/TGR-advanced-training. Jump on this, guys and gals. This really is a game changer. Thank you very much for everybody that was on the call. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I will make the replay available probably tomorrow for a limited time. But remember, you can get the price tomorrow. It'll be available at this price tomorrow by midnight, but you won't get the free review, and that's really worth money in itself. So I encourage all of you to take advantage of this process here today, and thank you very much for being on the call. So take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.